This is a differential that's present in the rear end of every vehicle. The drive shaft comes in from this direction, from the transmission. On the end of the drive shaft is a small pinion bevel gear that meshes with a larger ring bevel gear that's mounted to this flange. This whole assembly is inside of another casing, and it's well lubricated. So when the drive shaft turns, it causes this whole assembly to rotate. And each end of this assembly is where the rear axles exit, providing power to each rear wheel. So normally, if this is rotating together, both wheels would rotate at the same rate. But the purpose of a differential is to allow differential motion between the axles, so the axles can turn at different rates. And that's provided by this planetary bevel gear drive inside of this assembly. So you can have relative motion between the shafts. And I'm moving them right now, so one is moving relative to the other. This is a GM Positrack that has extra features in it that help limit the amount of slip or relative motion you can get between wheels. And that's accomplished through a set of clutches and centrifugal masses. These centrifugal masses or pivot out as rotational speeds increase. This particular mass pivots out as the whole assembly rotates. There's masses on this smaller shaft here that also pivot out. They only pivot as you get relative motion between the shafts. And if you get too much relative motion at certain speeds, these two masses lock, causing the two rear axles to be locked together and turning together.